my channel. Today's video is about misconceptions of self-love. So, if you haven't already, subscribe. Don't forget to, like and comment and, share the video. So let's get straight on into this thing. So, what inspired me to do this video is that I've not only just with myself but like with other people in my life, my friends have experienced while going on this self-love journey that there can be a misunderstanding about you needing your me time and self-care and really like cleansing out the negative vibes with some people in your life. So I know for me, I had a loved one that was just didn't understand like why I had been MIA. And I will admit I am a part of the Aquarius gang. And anybody know Aquarius, we can, just have our ghost modes. But when I, try to tell this person like, hey, it's nothing personal. I am, taking some me time out, focusing on me, focusing on the things that I love to do and enjoy and like put myself out there. There was kind of some, I shouldn't say backlash, but like a misunderstanding, like, what you talking about? That's kind of selfish. But anywho, let's get straight on into. First thing is, people confuse self-love with being selfish, and that is not the case. So self-love, you have love. You not only have love and respect for yourself, but you also have respect for other people. So for example, you could be aware that you aren't aligned and who are you to make dedicated time to yourself, and then also to set boundaries and limits of like what you allow in your space and knowing your capacity. Also it can include protecting yourself and your interests with integrity. So that doesn't mean that you're willing to do whatever it takes in a negative, cutthroat way to get what you want out of life. But you are not going to jeopardize yourself to to not make it to your goals, or to sacrifice your resources, your time, your energy, and just drain yourself or deplete yourself because somebody else may feel like, hey, I need you to put that time and energy over here, and you like, no. Right now I'm aware that my cup is not full, so I can't give to you right now. Check up with me in a few when I have done what I needed to do to make sure my cup is not only full but it's running over, in order to better serve you and everybody else while not jeopardizing my sanity or my health. Another misconception of self-love is arrogance. Nothing is wrong with you having a positive self-image. You should think highly of yourself. You shouldn't downplay yourself to meet other people's standards or to make other people feel comfortable. I know for myself, like, just not in social life, but also in academic life, you know, was like quick to like downplay myself to, you know, make people feel, you know, comfortable. But those days are long gone, because the thing about it is I can, you know, speak highly of myself, and I can say, you know, I am the shit without it having to cause any conflict with the next person. And while also, you know, acknowledging like, oh, this person is the bomb.com too. They are a great person, so on and so forth. You know, arrogance is like you think you are holier than thou, that you don't have no weakness, and that you treat everybody as if they're beneath you, versus, you know, seeing the great in everybody. Another misconception is that self-love is optional. It's not necessary. I remember I was watching this video on YouTube. I think it was called, yeah, from the YouTube channel Grapevine. And the title of the video was Body Shaming. And so they spoke about, you know, having self-love and, you know, using, you know, in order for you to heal, you have to, you know, first love yourself for who you are and where you are. And that is so true. I think, you know, self-love is kind of, well, the term self-love nowadays is kind of like that trendy word where, you know, people just throw it around, and so people kind of look at it as like a fad or a trend, but really it is a lifestyle. Like I said earlier, you know, it's a journey, and like any life journey is, you know, never ending, and you are not only looking at the best in yourself and looking at your strengths, but you also are looking at your, you know, your weaknesses. And self-love comes in to let you know, saying, hey, you know, you may not be strong in this area, but don't feel ashamed. You know, go and get the wisdom that you need to be better in that area in your life. And also it helped, I know for me, especially with work, it has helped me to, you know, seek out help and guidance, without, you know, feeling like, oh my gosh, what are people gonna say if I don't know this? And when I tell y'all, when I've asked, you know, for help and questions, you know, I was amazed at how many people be like, oh, well, I really don't, you know that answer. Let's go figure it out and see. Which in overall, at the overall look of it, it helps you to become, you know, a better person. Also having empathy. Self-love helps you to have empathy. You know, you could get so caught up nowadays in saying, oh, well, this person should have done this person should have done that, and, you know, if I was them, I would have never been doing that. You would have never caught me doing this, that, and the other. Not saying some stuff. Not saying I don't still wonder about some things. But like, you know, if a person is going through a situation, you know, you can put your, you know, be more willing to put yourself in their shoes and say, hey, you know, this not a situation that's like completely black or white. It has that gray area. You know, I could see on your end how you might have, you know, took my statement, you know, and with that comes along with, you know, being able to navigate through, you know, having those conversations and being a better, you know, communicator. And also it helps you to know who you are, and know your limits. Everybody has their limits, and when you know your limits, you can set up boundaries. And with those boundaries, you know, if somebody come along and respect them, cool, they could be in your space. If somebody come along and they can't respect them, then you know, I can't let you go no further, or I don't need you in my space. It helps when things don't work out, like when you have those disappointing moments in your life. I don't stress about things not working out how I envision them, or how I hope, like I used to back in the day, because I'm like, hey, this, situation I'm working out does not validate me. It does not take away anything from me. I'm still the same great human being that I am. You will have those moments where negative thoughts try to creep in and try to be like, oh, well, maybe it was something with you. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was that with you. When self-love is involved, self-love will, once again, like, it'll make you aware, that, okay, if you was acting rude, it was, self-love would be like, look, girl, let's be real, you were kind of rude. But when when you put yourself out there, especially when you put yourself out there, when you get disappointed about things not working out the way you thought, knowing your worth and not basing your worth off of, if this goes well, or if this person or if this person accepts me for who I am, then I am validated. Instead, it's like, no, at the end of the day, I am valid because I love myself and God loves me, and that is a wrap. Another misconception is that people think that self-love is a cakewalk. People think that when they hear self-love, that, oh, it's just, being all bubbly and I am one with the universe and nothing can get me down. And it's like, no. Okay? With self-love, you have to be honest with yourself. And being honest with yourself is a very hard thing to do. With self-love comes with sacrifice. Sacrifice of, old mentalities, old stuff that you used to do, stuff that you realize like how childish and how petty those things were, and you just like, hey, I can't, I know where God has taken me from, and so I'm like, I have a choice now if I want to go back to that or not, but I refuse to go back to it because I feel like I would disappoint myself if I go back there. That's not to say you still can't get this read, okay? Okay, so that is it. Those are the misconceptions of self-love that I've, experienced in my life, and in my close loved ones' lives. And so, I hope this, helps you if you are, starting on your self-love journey, or if, you have a loved one who, maybe trying to downplay you on your journey, or, it's being negative Nancy or negative Nelson, about your journey, then, you could give them this video to, watch or take some things from this video to, explain to them that, hey, once again, don't take it personal when I have to do me. It's just that I know my limits. I know my, I have my boundaries. I've taken the time out to learn myself, learn my strengths and weaknesses, and, I'm doing what's best for me. And I'm going to continue to do what's best for me, and you're not going to, shame me for doing what's best for me, being protective about my space and, my mind and my vibe. Saying, like, whatever it is, reading, journaling, or hell, even cutting some people off, to do what you gotta do to make sure you're good. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and you know, chat down in the comments. Let me know, you know, what some struggles you have to that you have dealt with dealing with self-love, and on your self-love journey, you know, the misunderstandings that you had and how you overcome those misunderstandings. Until next time, I love y'all. Peace.
I was looking for affection, so I decided to go swing it in my direction. I'll be out of control. Let's take it to perfection, just you and me. Let's see if we can